It's that time. We are ready. Let's send your smart files. You have spent so much time. I'm so proud of the work you're doing. It is not easy. It's sometimes frustrating. It's very tedious. I get it. But here you are. You're ready to send it to your client. And so in this project workspace, I have created a test project so that we can do this and you can see what it's like on the client side. What you're going to do here is click on the Create New button and on the right hand side, and you're going to now have two sections in your Create New. Once you've converted, all of your smart files are going to be in the top, and if for some reason you're like, I haven't converted everything over, I'm going to use the old school system for just a little longer, you can still access that under Legacy Files. So we're going to send a simple questionnaire or a whatever. We're going to send something. So we have created a master. They live in your HoneyBook templates account. Now we're going to send maybe just a contract. Okay, you're going to click contract, and now every single file that contains a contract is in here. If for some reason you don't see it in here, like if you had like services and you didn't see it, then what you can do is on the left hand side, you can click all smart file templates and then unhighlight contract on the top, and that will kind of like take away the filters for you to find your files a little easier. You can also click on saved templates on the left here, and that would help you kind of like narrow down just your favorites. Or starred templates is really fun as well, so I'll show you how to do that. So on tools in my templates, you would click on the star if you wanted it starred, or you can create folders here and create a folder, name it with a new folder. Oops, oh, that's my face. I'm very sorry about that. I need to move this down. You're going to create a new folder, and then you're going to be able to type it. So say TET, whatever you want to name it. And then from there, you'll see that this is empty. So when you go back to your gallery, you will go ahead and just sort of sort it. So with the three dots right here, you can move to a folder and then just indicate which folder you want it to go to. Okay, so back to this project, we're going to go into the test, Smart Files test. We're going to send, let's send an invoice so you can see what it looks like. And then you can sort of set the parameters, preset the payment schedule. So everything is done because I did this before, right? This is part of the template, and that's what makes it easier. So if you wanted to, I mentioned in a previous video, if you set them to where it's like one template per package that you sell, that way you don't have to sort of like do this step, you totally can. So we can always set this one to be, I don't know, consultation, we made this up, and then that way this lives on forever. And if you click on this image, you can choose the image that you would like. You can crop it, you can make it a circle, this is a large photo, so I'm going to, the best photos that fit here are squared ones, or if you wanted to think about it as like an Instagram profile picture or Facebook profile picture, those are kind of the right sizes for those little icons. You can also do a texture. I know a lot of people who do textures. If you just wanted to like zoom in on a texture, you could kind of like this, and then sort of crop it to that, so then it's just the bird. It's up to you how you want to do that. If you don't want an image, you can click on the item itself, which brings you a different set of rules and parameters and settings, and under here it's going to say image. You're going to remove the image, and so that's up to you. You can click on here and choose your pricing. Okay, and then your contract, make sure you review your contract if you're sending one. Right here, I need to put in my company phone number, otherwise I can't move forward. Okay, and then from there, you will now finally see, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, signature lines for you to send that. something I want to bring your attention to is in the upper left, you're going to see Smart Files Test. That's the name of my project. For you, it might say your client's name. And then it says 3-hour training, which is the name of the Smart File that I have created. So this is editable. If that's not what you want your client to see, you can highlight it and change it to invoice contract and then put the name. It's totally up to you. You can do whatever you want. All the changes that you're seeing here do not go to your master file. On the upper left, you're going to see Smart Files Test. That's the name of my project. And so that's how I know that any changes that I make here is specifically for that one project. It does not apply to my master template that we worked so hard to create. Once you have everything all set and ready to go, if any changes that you want to make for this particular client, you're going to hit the share button in the upper right. And this is where the automated email comes into play. So I'm going to back up one step. I'm going to click on the 3 dots. And I'm going to back up even further. When you're in the master template, try to follow. Don't lose me. I promise you I'm taking you somewhere good. Okay, so remember in a couple videos ago, basically I clicked on a master template. I'm in tools and templates right now. If you look at the upper right, nope. If you look at the upper left, it says saved templates. That's the folder I put it in. This is a master template. Coming back to here, this is Smart Files Test. This is specifically for one client. In the master template for this particular smart file, I'm going to click on the 3 dots in the upper right corner. And I went into edit email settings, and I can pair an email to go with this particular file. Now I'm back in the file for the client, and when I hit the share button, that is the email that pulls up automatically. It is not an automation. Okay, don't be confused here. This just helps you save a step. If you are one of those people that have lots of templates and you just are in a hurry for time, it preloads the email that you need for that specific file. And that is honestly one of those like little tiny second time savers that is just gold. So in terms of formatting that you're seeing on this white screen here, don't worry too much about it because that's not the way that your client sees it. So make sure you click on this preview your email, and that's how you'll see it in mobile. And then on the upper left, you can see how it really looks in terms of spacing and all of that stuff, okay? You can change the button, don't forget that. You can change the button either in the template itself or by, one more time, clicking on the 3 dots and coming over here, edit button text. Or when you're about to edit the email, this little like finger that clicks on a button, you can edit the button text that way. And that would help you do that. You can insert or remove a signature. You can remove your logo, or you can insert your client's first name. Do not type this in, okay? You have to use this autofill, otherwise it doesn't work. And then from there, you're going to hit send, and it will create a link. You can create a link, create and change to sent if you want to. Now, what does this link do? This link is a file for someone who already has, for any participant currently in the HoneyBook project. So for example, I can type that link in, and I'm going to open this incognito window. I'm going to open that and paste the link that I just copied. So if you were to text this to someone or to email this to someone, again, they're going to ask you for your email. And so your client would then have to put the email address that is associated with that HoneyBook project, okay? And then I'm going to hit submit, and now I can open it. And that is one way for you to send files, but they must be in the HoneyBook project in order for this to work. If you do not put this in the HoneyBook project and you just send it to someone arbitrary, they will not be able to open this. And then from there, you're going to see a different sort of view. This is where you can sign contracts. This is the test account we're using. That's my demo. And this is how much it's due. we're going to, you can see if they've asked any questions. So let's send another one where they have questions. This is where the response is going to be. If for some reason you're like, oh, something is wrong, you can click on the 3 dots on the right, and that's how you mark it as paid if they've paid you in checks. Or if you want to send a reminder to them, you can just click on the send reminder and it will do that. If this is the wrong amount, you can edit the file. You can scroll down and let's just say, just kidding, I actually meant $3,000, right? Now I've changed the file that was already sent to your client. So I'm going to publish changes in the upper right. And now I need to let my client know. So draft an email. Hi, I shared some changes. This is the default HoneyBook email. You are welcome to edit this if you want to, and then hit send. Okay, so up to you how you want to do that, but that's what that looks like for you. This is going to show up now as an active smart file right here. It's also going to be in your Files tab here, and you will notice that the Payments tab no longer functions for you. It was a legacy, so if you want to see your payment schedule, you're going to have to click and open this file up to see the full view. Okay, so any responses here, if they answered email, like a question, if you had a questionnaire, this is where it would all be listed, and you can just print that portion if you want to. Your client has every ability to print. They are sent a receipt automatically. You don't need to worry about that. Okay, so play around with that. Let me know if you have questions, and then in the next video, we're going to show you how to automate a smart file, and you have mastered it. You are so close. See you then.